Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bus Stop Interviews with Rebecca, where we interview the random people we find on the streets in New York City down here on the Lower East Side. And with me I have, what's your name?
Michael Polo.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Rebecca.
Nice to meet you, Rebecca.
So what brings you down here?
Well, I actually come around this area because there's a lot of artists and galleries and stuff.
Oh.
And I like to mingle around that crowd because I'm a singer-vocalist in a band.
Oh.
So I like to be around other artists.
Oh, that's wonderful. So what are some of your favorite artists that you've seen down here?
Michael Alig is a wonderful artist.
Yes, he is.
He's amazing. I can't believe what a comeback he's made. I was able to go to the party at Hotel Chantel that ended after the 3-part party, and we're actually sitting, I believe, at Alig Mart, which is behind us, which was the second location. Amazing artist. I can't begin to say how good he is, and I'm glad he was able to turn something negative into something positive.
That's wonderful. Now, you said you also sing in a band?
Yes, I do.
What kind of band?
It's kind of like Depeche Mode, very retro, synth pop. You can look me up at Michael Polo 5, like the number 5, or Lashiva at SoundCloud.com. And you could hear all 5 of my songs right now.
Sounds great. And I love your hair.
Thank you. I love yours.
Thank you.
And I love your tattoo.
Thank you.
A fellow Wiccan is always...
All right. Yeah, my tattoos were done all down in the East Village somewhere. My hair was made in a factory.
That's okay. If you bought it, it's yours.
Yup, I have the receipt in my bag.
There you go.
Well, there you go, everybody. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Welcome to the Pew.
The Pew.
Pew.
And we're here with Christopher, our special guest for today.
Hi. Glad to be here.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
So we invited you because we really like your club looks. So why don't we start talking about that? You are a well-known person in the club scene.
Oh, thank you.
And what I like about your looks is that they seem to be inspired by Divine. So.
Absolutely.
They seem to be.
They seem to be. It wasn't always that way. It was sort of like messy club kid kind of looks. And after sort of like, I was out with Amanda one night, or many nights, and I would hit her with my hair, because I always had this big hair. And she said, "You really should do Divine." And I said, "Okay." And people say it all the time because I'm bigger and I have big boobs. They're real. And I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I really should do Divine. It kind of works. So I played around with it, and this is what sort of
You
came
fell
out.
for that. Amanda does that to any drag queen that she thinks is going to steal the thunder away from her by looking prettier. She says, "Oh, you should be freakier. Look like Divine." Feeling threatened.
What parties do you like to go to?
I like, I love any party that Kenny does. He's fabulous. Zoo was a lot of fun. Klub, which is Sunday nights.
Is it Klub or is it Club?
It's Klub. There's 2 little
I know.
dots.
That would actually.
That is what that
Klub.
means, right?
Klub.
Klub. It's
Klub.
German, I think, or
Yeah,
something.
It's a U-E. Klub.
That's a lot of fun. Johnny Dynell.
I
the DJ.
went there once. I liked it.
It's great. Music all night.
Jose,
Cologne.
Cologne. Yes.
Not German.
Yes.
What else? Any other parties?
I like On Top. It's fun to,
that's
go to the roof. And
I did my first hot top 2 weeks ago.
Did you like it?
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
What kind of music do you like the most? Like for clubs?
I-
Are you a techno
Sometimes.
head, or do you mostly like house?
I like
or the divas?
anything really that gets me out of my seat and dancing, because my shoes are this high, and if you can get me out of the seat.
And we were talking earlier about the bottle service and how
Yeah,
annoying
speaking of
that
the dancing,
is. Yeah.
she had the funniest rant on Facebook last week where you were complaining about how the young kids sit. Well, you tell people what you said because it was really funny.
Disclaimer, I'm guilty of it myself, first of all, but I've been noticing these like 21, 22-year-old kids, they come to the club and they sit around a table with a bottle of vodka, cheap vodka, and they don't get up, and the music's great, everything's, popping, and they're just sitting there like cyborgs on their phones, looking out into space. And that's not how it was when I was going out. We would dance till 4 o'clock in the morning.
I think part of it is they're afraid they're going to lose their seat, their spot at that table, because when you're there, it's free drinks. So if they get up and go somewhere, somebody else is going to take their spot, and they may not get back in.
I'll take your drink with you.
Yeah, but you won't get another one.
But will that really happen? I mean, don't the bouncers save if you have a bottle, they're not going to let other people.
No. If you have a bottle, but if you're at somebody's table,
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but if you know the person, you could just walk up if it's crowded and say,
if you're
more, please.
That's true. I mean, drinks, I guess the drinks are so expensive that you don't want to.
Absolutely, who's going to pay $10 for?
They're not even 10, on top, a cocktail costs $14 or $15 because I have bought them.
But you know what? The drink was that much at Tunnel in 1996.
It wasn't much.
Yes, it was. It was. It was $14. I mean, it
wasn't 14. It was like they were like 9 or 8.
No, I'm talking about like a margarita or something like some. Would you like to say something, Todd?
Too much.
We're filming you, right? We're filming you, right?
Well,
anything else?
I don't recall them being that expensive because I remember in the early 2000s when remember when everybody was going to the hotel lounge parties?
Yes.
I mean, the cocktails cost $10 or $12, and I thought that was the.
You know what it is? It's a margarita has a couple, 3 alcohols in it, right?
Yeah,
I drink all of my alcohol just straight. I don't mix it.
What's the one with tequila? Is that a margarita?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. But that is.
I recommend drinking at home, frankly, and then go out and dance and have fun.
Or drinking at home and bringing it with you, in a.
Oh, I do that too.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
After this break.
And now a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the pew.
Welcome back to the pew.
Welcome back to the pew
With Christopher.
Yes, where we have a very valuable relic, something that there's only one left of, and we have. It's sort of like that movie, The Last Dinosaur, or the last something.
Dinosaur.
Yeah. Oh, it actually went in a good way. But
Chris does not have a day job.
I don't.
And I was saying how authentic that finally somebody who's authentic, an authentic night person who doesn't augment their income with some boring day job.
Well, I think the question on a lot of people's mind is how do you maintain a fabulous diva of the night lifestyle without a day job in New York City? It's so expensive.
I don't know how I maintain looks or anything without any money, but my rent, thank you, is paid for by my father. Thank you, Dad. I appreciate that. You'd like me to get a day job.
Some things never change. Some things never change. Back then, it would have been the same thing. The same way they did it was the dad pay their rent.
That's awesome.
But he won't pay for looks.
Will he pay my rent?
Maybe, I don't know.
Will he pay?
No.
He won't pay for looks, so you got to improvise.
I was just dumped by my boyfriend. So
I heard.
So maybe I can date your father.
Well, it's much easier to make an outfit than to make an apartment.
Absolutely.
Well,
And you reuse and you
I don't
have
know.
friends that can
Those
sew and
outfits
you
are
know.
pretty complicated.
That's true. So there you now you
That's
know.
that guy. That's that guy.
Have
Smiley
Dad pay
face.
for your Manhattan apartment
You know, Guy
and go out
Smiley.
and party every night.
That's your Guy Smiley face again. Guy Smiley. Does anybody here know Guy Smiley, the Muppet?
Michael says.
Oh, the
Michael
look like
says
Guy
that
Smiley?
I remind him of Guy Smiley, a
Yeah.
Muppet from the Muppet Show.
No. He's the game show host in the.
Okay, we'll flash a picture of Guy Smiley. Bitches want to know.
Oh, what do they want to know? What was it like?
Wabanang
Yeah.
wants to know what it was like to work with Lee Bowery.
I mean, he was a crazy genius, and I don't know whether a lot of things he did were on purpose or he was just a genius. But he would show up in the daytime, wearing a crazy, ratty, powdered gray wig and 2 pairs of shoes, like sneakers inside dress shoes, and like green striped pants. He looked like kind of like Benny Hill doing child molester drag. You know how he would do that, and he looked a little bit like that. And he would be very much like social anxiety, kind of like lukewarm kind of thing. Like you can't talk to him in the daytime.
I remember him really frustrating you. It's funny, Lee Bowery started that. Michael wanted to hire Lee to do, to redecorate. It was either a bathroom or a bathroom in Limelight.
USA.
And he wouldn't tell you what the price was. Like, you kept saying, well, how much do you charge for this? And Bowery was saying, oh, well, how much do you want to pay for this? And you couldn't, I guess neither of you could agree on who would actually cite a number.
Right, because Peter said that when he goes to Barney's, he doesn't go in there and say, I have $10,000, give me a shirt. He says, I like that shirt, how much is it? And Lee Bowery said, well, tell Mr. Haitian that when he goes to Bowery's, there are no shirts on the rack, and the person must say, here's a check for $10,000, may I buy a shirt?
That's
Words
fair.
to live by.
Well, he didn't sell the shirt.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.